All right, and there's our bell for this tag team title matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big one right here, as we have three of our top teams here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling about to collide. And boy, oh boy, has this situation delved into chaos over the past few months. Because remember, folks, this all started whenever Omega defeated the Day Lunas in a number one contenders match to determine the next number one contenders for the HCW tag team titles, but they really didn't truly defeat the Day Lunas, as Truman showing Gunner how to chop someone. And the big man using his big power on Gunner at the current moment, just holding him, playing with him, making him think about it. Slams him down. But ladies and gentlemen, in that number one contenders matchup, Omega really didn't defeat the Day Lunas, as they won by a count out. So really there's a lot of argument on if Omega truly deserved to be in the number one contenders or not. But then when they got their matchup last month, at HCW New Year's Revolution, as Gunner got a terrible combo right there. First the hip attack from Matthew, and then the cannonball from Truman. But it was the Day Lunas who got involved in that tag team title matchup last month and cost Omega their shot at the HCW tag team titles, allowing Carnage to retain their championships, which has led to this matchup here tonight. Billy Hall took everything in consideration, and he made it official that these three teams would settle their differences tonight in this triple threat tag team title matchup. That is not the way Gunner Grayson wants to spend a Saturday night in Prescott, Arkansas, but he was able somehow to make the tag to Nate Hammer, who is very frustrated at the fact that the Day Lunas cost them their tag team title opportunity last month. He is just unloading all of his frustrations that he's been holding in the past month. On Truman Day Luna, DDT right there by Nate Hammer. It doesn't even go for the cover. He just wants to mount this young man and just rain those punches in. As Nate now resorting to choking Truman. But Omega, they have talked about the prophecy for a very long time now. They have said over and over again that they are the best tag team here at Haybarn Championship Wrestling. They are the final evolution of pro wrestling, and they had their opportunity last month to prove it, and the Day Lunas cost them that opportunity. But thankfully to Billy Hall, I know Nate Hammer has done some terrible things to Billy Hall in the past, physically assaulted him in the past, has said some terrible things about one of our part owners of HCW. But he does have to give Billy Hall some credit. Billy could have just said, Omega, that's that. Y'all had y'all's opportunity, and it went past by y'all. But no. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, ultimately at the end of the day, I got to call a spade a spade. And Billy Hall did the right thing, and he made this matchup. Because truly, the past couple months, Omega and the Day Lunas have established themselves as the top two teams, the top two contenders for Carnage's HCW tag team titles, as we see those tactics by Gunner Grayson that has guided Omega so far here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling. But albeit Carnage playing the smart strategy here. They're letting the Day Lunas and Omega get their punishment, get their aggression out on each other while they sit back pretty and watch on the apron. Of course, as I say that, I think Gunner came to the same realization I did and realized that, wait a minute, not a single member of Carnage has participated in this matchup so far. So he goes out there and tags in Bishop, who Bishop and Truman have had their battles in the past, have had their issues as Omega. They were going to try to hold Truman Day Luna back, but our referee Dalton, he's calling that a tag, so Gunner Grayson now back in this one. But he decides to tag in Nate Hammer instead. As Nate and Gunner, they are discussing their strategy at the moment as Bishop poses for the audience. But Nate Hammer, probably more than anyone here in Haybar Championship Wrestling, knows what Carnage is like and knows what dealing with Carnage is like. And Nate Hammer tagging in Matthew DeLuna, pointing to his head, saying, hey, I'm smart. I'm taking ourselves out of this matchup as Matthew now teeing off with Bishop, who they've had some battles previously in the past, whether it be in tag team or singles division action. As Bishop, I don't know why you thought that was smart. Matthew, I'll let you imagine what those two words were. I can't say them, but I'll let you imagine what they were, ladies and gentlemen. As Matthew, Bishop trying to get back in this one after Matthew wasted some time talking trash to Omega. And Bishop now lining Matthew up and clothesline in the corner to Matthew DeLuna. And now Bishop sizing him up again. Corner clothesline once again. And Bishop now eyeing his target. And Bishop tried going for another one. And Matthew tried to hit one of his own. And down go both men. Both men went for another double clothesline, and down they went. They went for a tumbling. As you can see, it took about 4 clotheslines to take Matthew DeLuna off his feet, but it only took 2 for Matthew to take Bishop off his feet. The bigger they are, the harder they do fall indeed, ladies and gentlemen. As Bishop just going for the eyes right there. Tried to blind Matthew DeLuna to get the advantage back in this matchup. Whips Matthew in the corner. And once again, another corner clothesline. And now tags in the bad guy. Bad guy who we have not seen in regular competition here in Haybar Championship Wrestling for quite some time. But the newly minted Hall of Famer from last month's award ceremony at HCW New Year's Revolution, announced as one of the inductees in the first class of the HCW Hall of Fame. As bad guy now tagging Bishop back in. I believe this is the first time we've seen bad guy in a matchup. Since April at HCW Hoppin' Havoc in that 8-man elimination tag when Carnage took on the establishment. I believe that's the last time. Wait a minute, Matthew! Matthew, I think Matthew is taking a chunk out the hind of Bishop. Bishop getting cute, getting cocky, going for Matthew DeLuna's hip attack, and he went for it twice, and on that second occasion, Matthew decided to take a pound of flesh literally. As Bishop, he ducked the clothesline, came flying in with a flying shoulder tackle. And now Bishop crawling, but Nate Hammer, saving the tag team titles for Omega, came in and break up the cover. As Bishop now staying on top of Matthew DeLuna. That is, triple threats are tricky enough. But when they're triple threat tag team matches, they get just a little bit trickier, ladies and gentlemen. Because as we see with this style of a triple threat tag team matchup, one team is staying on the apron at all times. So now, not only do you have whoever the legal man's tag team partner is to worry about coming in and breaking up the pinfall, but you got 2 extra bodies from a tag team that's not even involved in the matchup at the current juncture, breaking up the pin as well. As Carnage, what are they looking to do here to Matthew DeLuna? They're just attacking the legs of Matthew, and now bad guy, stomp to the gut of Matthew DeLuna, the current hardcore champion. Gunnar Grayson, what does he do? And Gunnar decided to take Truman down off the apron, and Dalton now having to chastise Gunnar Grayson about that. Not really that anything there's Dalton can do about it. He's just here to count a 1, 2, 3 or submission. Nate Hammer's now legal in the ring, and so is the Bishop. And wait a minute. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. And I guess that's legal. I mean, after all, it said carnage on the run sheet. It didn't say any particular two members. I guess Black Savage wants some action himself against Nate Hammer here. He asked Bad Guy to let him get involved in this, and Bad Guy obliged. Oh, it's now Black Savage is in the ring, and he's taking a beating from Nate Hammer in the Omega corner. Oh, another chop right there to the longest reigning social media champion of all time, the former social media champion. Black Savage, a Grand Slam champion here in Haybarn. Oh, championship wrestling as he takes a Grand Slam DDT right there from Gunnar Grayson. But only a 2 count. Black Savage, a former social media, international, and heavyweight champion of the world. The only title that's eluded Black Savage over the course of his Haybarn career, as Nate Hammer now just trying to deprive Black Savage of his oxygen right there. Just going after him in the Omega corner. But the only title that has eluded Black Savage so far here in HCW is that Hardcore Championship that is currently in the possession of Matthew De Luna, as Omega with a beautiful double suplex right there. Then the cover goes Nate Hammer, but Bishop had enough time to break it up, considering Dalton was trying to get Gunnar Grayson out of the ring. And you gotta imagine Black Savage, who, he and his fellow Carnage teammates have held the tag team championships more than anybody else in Haybarn Championship Wrestling history. They have the longest reign with those tag team titles, the longest singular reign. And if I probably did the numbers, they probably do have the longest combined days as tag team champions as well. I mean, whether you like them or not, they have proven that they are probably the most dominant faction in the history of Haybarn Championship Wrestling when you really look at all the accolades. In time, spin on top as Bishop trying to make sure they stay on top of the HCW Tag Team Division. And Referee Dalton trying to make sure that Bishop stays in his corner. As Gunnar tagging in Nate Hammer now. Omega, quick and efficient tags. That's how they, like doing, as they just gave Black Savage a wishbone right there. And now Nate Hammer. Just going after that leg now. What's he going to apply for here? And he does. He cinches it in the figure 4, ladies and gentlemen. Nate Hammer has the figure 4 cinched in as Black Savage going to give this one up, ladies and gentlemen. Is Black Savage going to tap at Truman? Coming in the ring and just dogpiling on top of Nate Hammer to break up the submission hold. And I got to imagine Truman probably did automatically step in there to break it up because he was probably enjoying the pain that Bishop was in for those couple of moments as, Bishop getting the tag into Matthew De Luna and Gunnar, young man, I don't think that's too bright of you. I don't think that's going to work out for you the way you think it is. And Matthew, just like a brick wall, Gunnar out of nowhere! Gunnar, he kept trying for the clothesline. And Gunnar proved the point of, if you try the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, Gunnar proved the case for insanity right there. But Matthew De Luna countered Gunnar's insanity with an insane cutter right there to counter that clothesline. As Dalton now initiating his count as both men are down. Even though it did knock Matthew De Luna over, I imagine those clotheslines took a little something out of him. Truman, I thought Gunnar was going to tag in Nate Hammer. But instead, tags in Bishop. And now Truman laying in those clotheslines onto the Bishop. As I alluded to earlier, both these men have a rivalry over the HCW International Championship. Truman felt he was robbed back at the anniversary show. In that fatal four-way matchup that did also involve Gunner to determine who was going to walk away with the vacated International Championship. Truman felt like it was his destiny to become International Champion, but Bishop stole it right out from under him. As Truman now was going to look to put Bishop away the same way he did Kyle Love last month. But now Bishop hoisted Truman up. And will we see the K5? Oh no, Truman! Truman was able to block most of that K5 as both men are down. Truman still did feel some of the effects of it, but I don't know who got the worst on that counter attempt by Truman De Luna. And I guess Bishop got the worst of it as Truman now looking to be the first one to get to his feet. But then, of course, when you look at the history of Truman and Bishop, also, speaking of that international title, Bishop did defend the international championship against Truman back in October at HCW Dark Harvest Day of Reckoning. And there was all sorts of shenanigans involved in that one that prevented Truman from walking away with the HCW International title that night, as both these men just going at it. Just resorting down to a hockey fight. And Truman pull rushing Bishop in the other corner, and German suplex. And now Matthew De Luna, getting a little revenge earlier to what happened for Truman, going after Gunnar Grayson. We had a hockey fight on the inside of the ring with Truman and Bishop, and now we got a hockey fight going on the outside with, Matthew and Gunnar, but Nate Hammer. 2-on-1 on the outside now. Omega having their way with Matthew De Luna as Truman is dominating Bishop, and we may have some new tag team champions. If Truman, has anything to say about it, he just hit the spear. Wait a minute, Gunner now. Gunner going after the Carnage members at ringside. Wait a minute, Nate Hammer. Nate Hammer disposing of Truman De Luna to the outside. I do believe Nate Hammer got the tag. And dropping the knee right there. Cover. No! Omega just stole it! Omega just stole that one! Right out from the De Lunas again! They stole a victory a couple of months ago when they became number one contenders. And now they have stole the tag team titles from the De Lunas. Omega have finally procured the prophecy that they have preached about for a very long time now. Omega may have just proven that they are indeed the final evolution of professional wrestling. Omega are your new Haybar Championship Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. I cannot believe what has transpired here tonight at HCW Valentine's Vengeance. What a night it has been, folks. Omega have finally done what they said they were going to do for a very long time, and that is walk away as HCW World Tag Team Champions. As Carnage now argued the official, as I don't think neither member of Carnage saw the tag from Nate Hammer, so they're trying to argue with Dalton that Nate Hammer was not the legal man, but Nate Hammer was indeed the legal man. No matter what Carnage thinks, we got the camera-proof positive footage that Nate Hammer didn't make the tag. Nate Hammer was legal. And he picked the bones. Wait a minute! No, come on! Leave him alone! K5 to Dalton! K5 to the official! Of course! Of course, Carnage could not just understand and take the fact that they lost tonight. They have to take it out on our official, Dalton. As now Bishop has a steel chair. I can only imagine what Bishop... Oh, come on! Leave that referee alone! And now they're putting the boots to Dalton. We got Paxton and Sin. They have charged the ring. And now our senior official Todd also making his way to the ring to check on Dalton. Sin and Paxton running off Carnage. As we know, both those men, Sin and Paxton, have their own history with the various members of Carnage. My goodness.